Breaking news. The Iraqi dinar has officially gone live on Bloomberg and Reuters screens, confirming Iraq's re-entry into the global financial system. For the first time, traders in London, New York, and Dubai are seeing real-time IQD prices displayed next to the world's major currencies. As of 2025, Iraq's foreign reserves surpassed $112 billion. Inflation fell below 4.3%, and oil exports exceeded 4.6 million barrels per day. This is the strongest fiscal position Iraq has held in 2 decades. This is not a rumor. It is not speculation. It is a verifiable fact of the market. A quiet but profound signal that Iraq is re-engaging with the international financial system on a new level. This visibility places the IQD alongside other world currencies, making its value transparent and trackable for a global audience. This didn't happen overnight. Behind the scenes, Iraq's central bank coordinated with global data networks and the IMF. They synchronized currency feeds, finalized compliance checks, and stabilized liquidity before launching live trading. The result, IQD now appears alongside USD, EUR, and JPY pairs on institutional trading systems. Earlier this year, the US restricted 5 Iraqi banks from dollar transactions to curb smuggling. That move pushed Iraq to strengthen transparency and digital compliance, paving the way for this milestone. To get this visibility, Iraq had to meet international standards of transparency and reliability. For years, the dinar's value was set by the Central Bank of Iraq and did not trade freely on global markets. Final steps involved establishing secure data feeds capable of real-time updates of the official exchange rate. That commitment convinced data providers to accept CBI information as credible. Transparency guarantees let the rate be published and trusted by institutional investors and banks worldwide. While the dinar isn't yet a freely floating currency, live, verifiable pricing is a foundational step toward deeper integration. Moments after the listing, volatility exploded. Algorithmic traders scrambled to adjust models. Currency desks opened new order books, while spreads jumped up to 12%. Initial data shows the dinar hovering around 1,310 per USD, briefly strengthening to 1,250 before stabilizing, proof that liquidity is real. Analysts call this the biggest emerging market currency surprise since the Turkish lira reforms of the 2000s. Trading Economics recorded USD IQD at 1,310.91 on October 14, 2025, with minimal change over month and year. That reflects the central bank's managed control over its currency. This event is not a revaluation in the speculative sense. Decades of date-specific predictions have been debunked as economically impossible without severe consequences. The key change is transparency. The official rate is now broadcast for all to see and reference in transactions. Initial volatility signaled systems adjusting to a new, reliable data point, not a break to a higher regime. The real test is not a short-term spike, but long-term stability around the managed rate. Focus stays on maintaining Taqwan 310, policy credibility, and practical settlement usage. For a major oil producer, a transparent rate has outsized implications for trade and finance. For Iraq, this isn't just financial news, it's a signal of sovereignty. Going live on Bloomberg means the world now treats the currency as transparent, trackable, and trade-ready. This supports future dinar-denominated bonds, regional oil contracts, and digital banking initiatives. The IMF's July 2025 review confirmed Iraq now meets international reserve reporting standards. CBI reduced currency in circulation, helping lower inflation and support price stability. In Q2 2025, issued currency fell 3.8% YY. Oil exports fund over 90% of the budget. Production hovered near 4 million BPD in 2025. A new field of about 2 billion barrels was announced early 2025. Plans target 6 million BPD by 2028, alongside rising FDI. Reserves cover over a year of imports, a critical buffer. Visibility accelerates banking modernization and reduces cash dominance risks. It can simplify settlement and reduce local USD pressure. Endorsements add credibility that attracts long-term capital. Investors in Asia and the Gulf are reassessing regional currency exposure. After June 2025 tensions briefly spiked oil, Iraq's currency stayed stable, reinforcing credibility. As OPEC's second-largest producer with fifth-largest reserves, Iraq matters to energy markets. A more transparent IQD could eventually support diversified pricing mechanics. If Iraq maintains low inflation and builds the development road, the IQD could be a recovery case study. Over 100 FDI in 2 years shows rising interest, with cautious optimism. Can Iraq sustain fiscal reform and manage oil wealth to fund diversification? How it navigates regional tensions will shape market confidence. The spotlight is on. Investors will judge consistency over time. For everyday Iraqis and long-term holders, this moment feels like validation. But excitement shouldn't replace strategy. Avoid unofficial exchanges or third-party apps. Counterfeit and fraud risks are real. Only certified banks and licensed exchange houses should handle conversions at the official rate. Understand visibility versus full convertibility. IQD remains a managed currency. Market projections suggest stability with slight weakening toward IMA 318 per USD by year-end. This calls for prudence, not euphoria. Progress is real, but incremental. Base decisions on CBI, Ministry of Finance, IMF, and World Bank guidance. Be skeptical of guaranteed profits. Rely on verified official channels. True value builds through stability and time, not overnight speculation. The Iraqi dinar's live debut isn't the end, it's the beginning. It is a milestone born of reforms in banking, compliance, and financial reporting. Whether it becomes a stable global asset or fades into volatility depends on transparency, governance, and confidence. Iraq's reliance on oil remains its biggest vulnerability. Policy discipline will be decisive. Success will be measured over years, not days, with sustained reforms and stable governance. But one truth is undeniable. The dinar has stepped out of rumor and into reality. The world is watching.